The US campaign to secure the Guadalcanal base in the Solomon Sea has been progressing very well thus far. Drawing ever closer to fully securing that base and upgrading the airfield to an excellent working condition is a goal that draws ever nearer. However, one massive threat still lurks south of Milne Bay. A massive Japanese battle fleet consisting of 2 Yamatos, 2 Fusos and a Kongo with a smattering of destroyer escorts lurks around the area. In preparation for this, the US have created their own monster task force consisting of 6 massive battleships to counter this enemy threat. The Guadalcanal campaign shall climax in a thunder like no other. Hello everyone. It is with great joy that I can tell you today is in fact the day we take on this double Yamato, double Fuso Kongo task force south of Milne Bay. We have reformed Task Force Brawler into a monster of our own, specifically designed. Everything is being carefully put together to combat this Yamato task force. So we have a lot of big battleships, let's say, and we'll leave it at that. We do have some destroyers. Some people might be wondering why exactly we need destroyers when we know exactly what we're up against. That's simply so that we can detect enemy torpedoes from their own destroyers and so that we can probably send out our own torpedoes in this particular engagement coming up. I've chosen to use some allied destroyers here simply because their torpedoes are just a little more reliable, although they are very slow, of course, as all of the allies did suffer from that to my knowledge. So we're going to move in pretty much immediately for this, just to set the scene a little bit more. That's going to take 3 hours to get over there. Enemy AI has actually used the new strategic bombing updates against us, which is very naughty indeed. They've reduced the airfield level of Milne Bay to level 2 with some strategic bombing runs, which is actually rather fun to see. We can certainly take that as not critical to us. What was critical though is in my idleness and negligence, we've left Guadalcanal rather open. And they did actually land some minor invasion troops over here, and we've had to spend some supplies and such to upgrade that back to level 4 because a Congo group landed those troops on to invade there, and the cheeky little buggers did in fact bombard that down to a level 3 airfield. So we are going to try and go for a total campaign victory today, guys. We're going to do it with a bang with that Yamato engagement. We do have some supplies coming in. Where are there's this group over here. They've launched up with some lots of engineering, some supplies just to back us up, and of course more crucially the fuel is what we need at the moment. So we have enough there, providing that the enemy doesn't bombard us in the meantime. So we've reformed Task Force Lightning into just a big cruiser group of our own that should take on anything that isn't built around a couple larger Yamatos, really. And that can help block off Guadalcanal and keep our own access there in the zone of control for us. But that's a little more secondary for today's massive undertaking. And as a side note, the Brucey bonus Yamato and 4 Unryu task force has been unsighted since the end of the previous video, which is a shame because we did actually go and try and hunt that down quite directly with the old task force Brawler, which did have the Illinois and Ohio in that group, and that would have been actually quite good against a single Yamato backed up by some carriers in a surface engagement. But no more talk, let's get straight in, and we'll move just a little closer and we'll show our position on the strategic map as we move in. So we've had to wait around just because I didn't want this to be a night battle. So it is now very early morning. Hope everyone's ready, got some good sleep. We're going to go straight in here. Double check our range. That's giving us the encounter there. So wish us luck. I am of course obliged by my insurance company to say victory is never 100% guaranteed, but with this firepower you bloody hope so. So we've given out our firing orders for our battleships at least. I'm just going to send out some spotting orders I think for our destroyers so they can lay up just some sort of solution. I think of course going to send them out against the enemy destroyers for now. I'm expecting our destroyers to get ripped apart, to be honest, very, very quickly. So we're going to want to get some manual torpedo fire out as quickly as possible. If we just send out some spotting with our Juno towards the number 6 Akizuki, it will take a second to just identify everything else. It looks like an Akizuki over here, and actually that very much is an Akizuki. And the number 7, once again, Akizuki. You can see, it goes without saying really, this enemy task force is created with one word in mind, and that is big ass guns. So, let's see, another Akizuki over here, certainly identify that. Lovely stuff. I'll just make sure we're firing on that, and we'll just send the rest of our destroyers to focus the number 6, because why not? Take it off as spotting, doesn't really make much difference at the moment. Let's go for the number 10 for some reason, let's go for that, and that should do very well indeed. So, we're not going to go for smoke. Range from the Illinois to the closest Yamato is 9.2 kilometers. Very, very close indeed. Could almost reach out and shake the hands. Wish everyone a good game before we open fire. We are actually holding at the moment with our fire. Going to go straight to full speed with the leading ship here. And I think what we're going to do is break off with the Jaguar over here. Move up to the enemy's flank, like so. And actually do the same with the Juno, like so. And now we're going to actually get some manual torpedoes off a fairly 2-degree spread will be fine. Manual fire, everything else just straight across for now, like so. Janus will want to move, I think, first. Give ourselves a bit of space, I think, with the Jaguar before that gets some torpedoes off there. You can see we're already under fire there, so now let's give everyone the firing orders. Everyone, cover your ears. Well, that's one Yamato down, but the trade of a Juno and an Illinois then. We're just scraping by with our main here. We're going to have to sort this out very quickly. Let's get the New Hampshire around as well, over towards Kentucky's position. Speed up, because we are going very, very slowly now that we've lost the lead ship in our formation, which is a shame, massive, massive shame. Did fire out our torpedoes with the Janus, didn't we? Lovely stuff. Ohio, I think, as well. What is the enemy looking like? Let's pull down, port side turn, I think, come down here, spread out a tad, like so. It should be okay. Lovely. Let's just increase the speed here and the turn. See, our torpedoes a little too late to make any effect on the number 3 Yamato, which is now sunk. Might just clip a Congo if we're very, very lucky, or even a Fuso, but now the second Yamato is in fact confirmed sunk. And that, is a day to remember. Very, very hard fought battle that already. Actually, it's not over yet with the 2 Fusos and Congo left still. So we're going to redirect some fire now. I believe the main was fired, and it was in fact, let's go to Montana. Fire onto the number 2 Fuso, because we've already redirected to number 1 there with a few ships. If we go to Ohio, I believe. Lovely stuff. Let's get on there. New Hampshire is on there as well. Great. We can just get some spotting fire to begin with. How are our solutions looking? Pretty decent. Let's go fire to hit. Lovely. We might actually just clip a torpedo, like we said. We're very, very lucky. You can see the torpedo streams just here, but of course Congo is rather fast. His main trait is a Congo. We have hit that with some bombs and torpedoes prior to this battle, quite a while ago, and that damage has been sustained there, but it looks like we're just about going to miss there. Gonna fly through. Lovely stuff. Actually, here's who gets rudders and propellers. Excellent stuff there. Some very much needed flooding on that Congo, but we are going to focus Fusos. They do have more guns than Congo. They're the greater threat from the minutes. But I think we can call that a day if we do in fact need to. We have a second stream of torpedoes coming in here, and that Congo might well be going at a very, very slow speed now. With that one hit. So that might just be in a bit more danger there. Some fires rising now. Taking a while to sink. Truly is that Yamato. Slowly submerging there. It's a beautiful, beautiful sight. How are we looking then across the board? We take a report. So we've taken heavy damage to the Jaguar, heavy to the Montana itself. We did lose the Illinois. Otherwise not the worst. Clearly been focusing one or two ships they have. Moderate damage to the number 1 Fuso. Lovely stuff. Once we've dealt with the battleships we can pull out fully, I think. How are solutions looking? Pretty decent actually. High 70s, looking at 80. Just make sure we're all firing to hit rather than spotting. Lovely stuff. We are taking some damage ourselves now though, of course. We'll take this and put that onto the fire there. How the torpedoes looking? Actually just about to miss the Congo, I think. Rather a shame. Might get some collateral onto this Akizuki if we're lucky. It's going to slow that down to a crawl. Even a complete halt if it does collide there. Yeah, lovely stuff. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. So, how's that affecting the Fuso speed? Actually very, very minimal is that. So we'll hold fire here with the Kentucky and with the Maine, which is about to fire. We'll hold fire here because we're probably about to do damage to our own ship like this. Let's double check this, shall we? We did not see this coming. Gross negligence. Pull away there. Okay. Oh dearie dear. Dearie dear. As far as that Fuso either way. How's that affecting our damage? Not taking too much damage off of that, that's absolutely fine. As long as we do hold our fire with the New Hampshire. It's embarrassing there, but we can live with it. Good fire midships onto the second Fuso there in the distance. See how these shots land though. Should be pretty damn decent. Yeah, lovely. Excellent, that's what we like to see. Very direct hits there. Can't get too much better. So we're also holding... Oh, that Akizuki's now sinking. Imagine that. I wonder why. How's a higher looking over here? Actually not too bad. Probably want to hold and get another mangled shot out in just a second. Kentucky, you guys going to free yourselves anytime soon? I think actually just want to go straight rather than turn there. Increase the speed here. Just go straight again. Should break free there. Jaguar's got quite the distance there, hasn't it? It's under fire. Well, that's fire that's not being targeted at our battleship, so fairly happy for that. Can we start firing over here again? Let's go to the Ohio. So did hold that fire. Got to do a fair bit of lead for this because of the distance now. This Fuso pretty much at a crawl. 6 knots. Well, we did manage to sink one Fuso, but the rest of the enemy did manage to disengage successfully, and I think really we want to as well. We did lose the Illinois, and we lost a Jaguar and Juno, but a very nice trade indeed for a Fuso, 2 Yamatos, of course, in that battle. Very, very tough indeed. 160,000 tons of shipping sunk in that. Rather nasty indeed, I'm sure you'd agree. 18 command points, not really needed at the moment. but certainly a dent made into the Imperial Japanese Navy. Let's see what level ports we have over here. Yeah, we have a new port over here, so let's come down and resupply at the Cairns, I think, and do that. But the next objective is simply to land, of course, these supplies over and upgrade a Guadalcanal, and that should not take very long at all. Should be able to do that unimpeded. I don't think this cruiser group will want to tangle with us anytime soon. Well, managed to beat the enemy to it. Cruiser group and a possible carrier group been chasing our supplies task force here, but let us get through. I'll certainly take it. Hopefully the final drop off by my calculations there, and we will be claiming that victory. Lovely stuff. Finally upgraded to rank 5. That will be a campaign victory, and we will call it there once we get the news. And there we go, just at the turn for a couple hours we do get the victory news finally, after many months of hard fighting there. Took 84 in-game days. One of the slower US campaigns you can do, but absolutely understandable, both using 0 submarines or aircraft carriers on our side, but of course with a little bits of bullshittery in between. But finally, Allies are victorious, and we are going to call an end to this Let's Play. So please in the comments let me know if you want to see perhaps a centrifugal offensive campaign from War on the Sea. Otherwise I'm looking to move on to something different. I've been doing War on the Sea for a good number of years now. I want to try something a tiny bit different, really. Of course, we could just do both if we do have the time. So, thank you very much to everyone who's been watching the full series. It's finally done. You can relax now. And yeah, very big thank you to you for watching all the way through. But I shall see you in the future. May all of your nights and days be auspicious. Goodbye.